Yes. What it do, people? All right, we're firing this baby up. I was making some last minute rearrangements to everything, but we'll see what it is. Okay, so first thing I wanted to do is I wanted to get into some of these prompts. And the reason why I titled the video what I titled it is so many people are downloading these sort of prompts from people who are promising you that you're going to get these type of outputs or so forth, so on, etc. And honestly, that's not going to work. Why? Because, well, you'll get answers, but what you want to do is you want to create things that are very specific to you. And if you don't, it starts to sound really like robotic early on, right? I was talking to Paul about this the other day because Paul was doing something funny. He was cracking joke, but again, he was just goofing, so it wasn't important work. But it was so easy to kind of like get that AI feeling from the output. And one thing that came up yesterday, which I thought was dope, and a lot of people are going to make a big deal out of it. Apple said that what they're doing in the space, they're calling it Apple Intelligence, right? So immediately, all of the people go, Apple's marketing team, trying to co-opt stuff that's already been out and claiming it a new name and making it Apple. Yeah. It's like, it's funny. You're going to slag off the most effective marketing team in the planet with a really idiotic joke rather than understanding why they did it. I mean, why they did it is so blatant in common sense that it's borderline hilarious. But, the tech dweebs always, or as Mary Lou, Eden, and Kat call them, the black t-shirt boys, automatically go to the internet and say, oh, Apple is stupid because they just co-opted the name AI and called it Apple Intelligence. Yeah. Like, anyway, so the reason why they would do that is, for the most part, everybody in this group is semi-tech oriented. But there are people who are completely defunct of tech. Like, they're barely around it. They don't understand it. They're maybe slightly fearful of it. If you watch the news, and the news talks about all the other people in the space, they're going to say AI. When the news talks about the stuff that's happening in the iPhone world, on the iPhone devices, they're going to say Apple Intelligence. All the other AI conversations right now, the scary part is the privacy and the stealing of jobs. In Apple Intelligence, there'll be no privacy leaks because that's not how Apple rolls. And when it creates images, for instance, it will create a line drawing, a sketch, like a cartoon, but it's not doing any photorealistic images. It won't do that. So that belays a lot of the fears. So all you have to do when you are trying to get somebody onto a different conversation is make up a fancy branding term for what everybody else is afraid of. It's kind of brilliant. I recently had this conversation in the Facebook group, or Facebook in general, because one of the most common, oldest, and extremely popular vegetable oils is rapeseed oil. But that terminology is not going to fly in the modern age. So back in the 70s, when they started heavily growing rapeseed oil in Canada, a company called it Canada Oil. And in the U.S., to sell it, we called it canola oil. because you weren't going to sell rapeseed oil to a bunch of Christians. Right? So Apple did the right thing by labeling it what they labeled it. Anyway, let's dive in and show you some things. So the hardest part about this, and see, Paul did the poll for me. Let me check the old interwebs over here. Everybody's using Pro. Okay, good. That makes it easier. How you doing, Lala? That makes this easier. And Kim says the stream is timely because I've been watching a lot of AI prompts for YouTube scripts in the past couple of days. All right, gangster. All right, so what I want to do is I'm going to just save myself some time and do this live. Oh my God. Hold on, people. My phone is going psycho and it's work stuff and it's driving me crazy. Let me put this on shut up. Bingo. All right, cool. Phone is on shut up at this point. All right, let's go. I want to go to here. And I don't want to do active speaker. Half of y'all are using Pro. Well, I'm going to use Pro just because majority of this should work with the regular one. I haven't tried it, and I really thought about making a whole new account just to do this, and then I thought different of it because I'm like, but why? Why do I need to make a whole new account just to do this? Either you use Pro or you don't. So simple. It should work in theory. But yeah, now I am going to use the desktop version just because it's the bomb. And then you can go from here. So I need to do one more of these real quick. This one is ChatGPT. Boom. We're going to move that up here. And then I'm going to duplicate this. And then I'm going to make this one Notion. So what I have done is I have created this as a Notion document that you can grab. I will give the link in a second, and then Paul can make it cute. Let me just size this so that it works for the old cam of E. All right, that looks about right. All right, cool. So I made this Notion document, and see, this is what I wanted to point out, Rich. This will work with both, and I'll show you why in a second, right? This technically will work absolutely perfectly fine with either, so it doesn't matter. And the reason why I know this is because on Saturday, Paul C. was like, I want to try this in Gemini, and then so we tried it in Gemini and it worked, but I thought of something that would make it even better if I wanted to run this in Gemini. So I'm going to place this little thing at the end of the document because I just thought about it right now. No, man, listen. No, I want to break out. There we go. Let me add this to the end of the document. If you need to try this on other LLMs, run this prompt first. Yeah, you guys should never let me type live on screen. All right. And then let's do this, and let's do orange background color. There we go. All right, so this will make it easier to adjust to anything. So anyway, I have all the prompts that I'm going to show you are on this document, and then I'm going to give you the link as soon as I remember what the hell I made it. There it is. There it is. So there's a link, and then Paul can add it to the description at some point. So it'll be in the description. Okay. So one of the first things that I want to do is I want to get ChatGPT to write the way I want it to write. Okay. Now you can completely modify this prompt, but I put the basics. You're going to adjust it to you. And I'll show you why it works in a second. Okay. So you say, I run a business focused on your niche, and I mainly create content. Like what type of content? And I need your expertise to help set a consistent way content sounds and feels. Analyze the tone and style of content examples I provide. Specifically look at formality, emotional tone, vocabulary, sentence structure, unique features, right? Organize your findings concisely so that ChatGPT, in your case, Rich, change this to Claude, can replicate it accurately. So your report should include a clear explanation of each element: formality, emotional tone, vocabulary, sentence structure, unique features. Examples provided content will illustrate the different styles and tone. My audience includes, and then you say what your audience includes. So I put professionals aged 45 to 75, interested in tech innovation and how to run their own business. This helps ensure the content connects effectively with them. Here's the content I'd like you to analyze. Okay, you're going to put in, right? This is key. You're going to put in an article, a transcript from a video. You can use a video link and you can use an article link. I think it is better, especially with the new models having really, really large context. It's better if you go get the actual content and paste it. Okay, so if you're trying to make it sound like you and you've done a bunch of podcasts, go to the script, spit out the text file for like the last 2 or 3 podcasts and paste those in 1, 2, 3. Now here's the upsell. If there is a creator that you would like to model or emulate and get more like them, add one of their examples as well. So when I was doing this, when I was teaching this to the Gold Group, I took a combination of my content and some of the newsletters from James Clear. And you paste that and you paste that, and it will spit back an exact tone guide. So I'm going to see if I can find the one I did the other day. No. Here you go. Tone and style analysis. So what's going to happen if you happen to have GPT-4 and Pro, you will get something in your ChatGPT known as memory. So if I click on these settings and show you my memory, there is personalizations. I click on here, I go to memory, and I go to manage memory. In this manage memory window, and yes, it is very small. I don't know how much bigger I can make it. Let's see. Sorry, macOS does not honor the bigness. So I will take a screen. I would just grab an example from the memory here, and then I'll put it on the screen closer so you guys can see. All right, it's a little blurry, but here's an example from the memory. It says the target audience includes Gen X creators and older, mostly novice or beginning creators, many of whom run small business or are solo entrepreneurs. Core values include creativity, empowerment, community, and positive mindset. The unique selling proposition involves simplifying the complicated, leveraging extensive experience in broadcast media and technology, and effectively motivating people to overcome limiting beliefs. A tone the tone and style are professional, friendly, quirky, and humorous, emulating figures like Seth Godin, Simon Sinek, Gary Vaynerchuk, Mel Robinson, Neil deGrasse Tyson, Stephen Colbert. Future growth plans includes selling course workshops, digital and physical products, consulting, personal branding. And the personal branding can include docrock, but is not necessary. The business is based in Honolulu, but targets a global audience. Chad remembers this about me. I don't have to put in the weird act like a this every time, be this every time. Chad knows me now. Okay, so we did this demonstration the other day. We're going to try this again. I'm going to just show you how good Chad knows me. Let's crank this up. This is going to be Juniper, not Chad. Please tell me what you know about me.
You are planning a vacation to Fukuoka, Japan in August for 10 days and will be renting a car. You are a content creator and coach aiming to positively impact the lives of 1 billion people. Your target audience consists of Gen X creators and older, mostly novices or beginning creators, many of whom are small business owners or solo entrepreneurs. You run a business called Docrock Media that focuses on content creation for solo entrepreneurs and small businesses, offering YouTube videos, blog posts, podcasts, and social media posts. Your content aims to simplify content creation and make it accessible to everyone, regardless of skill set or budget. Your favorite sports teams are Manchester United, the Boston Celtics, Notre Dame Fighting Irish, and the Las Vegas Raiders. And you love F1 racing, with Lewis Hamilton and Mercedes as your favorite driver and team, respectively. You often use real-world analogies to explain complicated concepts, focusing on making things easier to understand. Your tone and style blend professionalism with a friendly, quirky, and humorous approach, emulating figures like Seth Godin, Simon Sinek, Gary Vaynerchuk, Mel Robbins, Neil deGrasse Tyson, and Stephen Colbert. Your future growth plans include selling courses, workshops, digital and physical products, and consulting. Your business is based in Honolulu, but targets a global audience. You have a preference for avoiding cliché, overused words in your content, and you're currently working on creating content to help new YouTubers start a podcast. Lastly, you're looking for creative and relevant content ideas that fit your industry and appeal to your target audience.
Imagine if Chad knew who you were. You know what I'm saying, Kim? Are you catching this, Kim? Are you listening to me, Booch? Right? Imagine if Chad knew who you be with the help of Big Bank and the Master G. Get up, slow down. I didn't tell it about the musical Tourette's. But if you do this properly, and I know this works on Pro, I don't know if memory is available to free, but that's not my fault. I don't mess around with free. So, like, to me, having it know exactly who I am, Rich, why'd you do that to me, Rich? Knowing exactly who I am means it's going to give out the output, so I don't have to spend time putting that crap in over and over and over and over and over and over and over. So what happens in ChatGPT is there is this memory function, and you can make it memorize things about you. Now, what's incredible about the memory function as well is that you can go in and you can delete something that you don't want to deal with. So I can get rid of this one, no need that. Planning, yes, I'm doing that. Real world examples, yes. Tone, yes. Style, yes. So these tone, style, sentence structure, and unique features came from the prompt that I just showed you. Okay, so we go back to Notion and we look at the prompt that I put in, right? It's going to analyze some stuff and it's going to generate a style for me. Okay, so I'm going to go back to chat over here. And what I did was I pasted in this blog post that I really, really liked. And I told it to analyze the style of this content, look for how, this is, and there it is, right? So at the end, I pasted in the context, right? And then here's the whole paste. and scrolling down was a long article. And then I got to here. So it says, here is an analysis of the tone and style. Professional, informative, encouraging and motivational, formal yet conversation, uses storytelling, is structured and clear, is educational. The sentence structure is a varied mix of long and short sentences. Direct sentences are straightforward, avoiding any unnecessary complexity, and is very explanatory. The unique features are historical references, step-by-step guidance, quotes and anecdotes, right? Then it says, it gives an example patches. We don't need that. And then here's the second article, right? And the way that it described it was informal and conversational, practical and encouraging, conversational, narrative, anecdotal, actionable. I like that part, the actionable part. It was simple and direct, engaging, clear, concise, personal anecdotes again, whatever. So what you would do is you would find the pieces that you like. So say I liked all three, just going to make this easier. You're going to copy that to a clipboard. And then you take the sentence structure that you like. Maybe you're going to pull the one from up here. You're going to take that. You're going to keep the header because it's important to tell Chad what you're looking for. Man, my mouse ain't working. You're going to copy that to the clipboard. You're going to go build a unique feature section, and you're going to copy that to the clipboard. If you have a very specific passage that you really, really like, you're going to copy and paste that to the clipboard. You're going to put in the tone, the style, the sentence structure. You're going to basically build a note document that has the parts that you want. You're going to have an explanation of the formality, explanation of the emotional tone, an explanation of the vocabulary, an explanation of the sentence structure, and an explanation of the unique features. You're going to paste that in the chat, and all you're going to leave the part about, you run a business that's focused on so forth, so on, etc. And these are the style and tones that I need in order to reach my target. So again, in Notion, you're going to use any one of the top parts right here. And then you're going to be like, instead of analyze these tone and styles, you're going to be like, these are the tone and styles I like and I'd like you to keep. And ChatGPT will give you a little thing on the side that says memory updated. If you don't have ChatGPT and the model that you're using doesn't have this memory function, what you're probably going to have to do is just copy and paste that every time before you run your prompts. ChatGPT, luckily, has these things in memory for me, so I don't have to sweat it. And the reason why you want to update all this stuff now is because when they update Juniper or Sky or whomever you're talking to in the conversational, you can just have a conversation with it. It already has your basic bio, right? It already has how you wish to be talked to. So, for instance, I could have a conversation with Mary Lou. We spent enough time together this year that I know how to talk to her, how to explain things to her, how to get her to explain things to me. Like we have a rapport. We have a rapport. And same thing with, like Mami Lala. I can use Tagalog with her, and it's funny and it's endearing because she knows that my Tagalog is bad, but I'll try anyway, right? And it's too late in the evening to say Magandang Umaga to her, but I can say various other things to her, right? So having the ability to have it sound and feel more like you will lead to less editing, which you should always edit, but it will lead to less editing when you get to that section of the conversation. Okay, let's move on to the next part. Now, I want to go to brainstorming prompts. Again, all of these are in a Notion document, and I have the link, and Paul will re-bless you with the link at some point in time in the description, but I'll put it here if you wish to follow along. If there's something you would like me to add, by all means, let me know. Now, I don't have to use this top part anymore because I already got it, but if you want to put it, and I'll show you how to make this shortcutty if you wish. Okay. I want to make online content more varied and engaging to better connect with my audience, specifically looking to create articles, YouTube scripts, etc. I need you to, this is going to be crazy. I want everybody to hold your damn socks, okay? I need you to help me come up with 30 creative ideas relevant for my content that fit my industry and strongly appeal to my target audience who are described in detail. All right, I already have that, so I'm going to skip that part. Please list these ideas in the table. Suggested topic, brief description, 3 possible titles. Provide a short summary. For the 3 possible titles should be attention grabbing and then demonstrate different ways to approach the topics. And I don't know if you need to add this part at the bottom, but I just like to give it consistency. Okay, so I am going to give it a whole prompt as if we didn't know who we was. Okay, I'm going to do it the way that you would do it. So give me a second to adjust this real quick in notes. Let me create a new note. Man, I often wondered, no, you can't. I often wondered if they would let you pull out a note, and they don't. I really wish they did. Oh, I was going to show you something that I did. I'm going to cheat. This one is, all right, there we go. I made a text expander shortcut that basically types the prompt for me, and it saves a lot of time. All right, I'm just updating this in a note real quick so that we know what's going on. And I'm gonna change the create into YouTube videos. All right, YouTube videos, and then. Give me 1 second. I don't need to adjust my audience because I have it memorized. I'm going to just leave that at target audience, put a period, and then, yeah, all right, we're good. We're good. We are gravy. All right, so I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to pop over to ChatGPT. And close this. Oh, sorry. You can't hide these windows. Let me make a new window. And then, bam. I'm looking to create YouTube videos about, let's see, using other I can just say GenAI. I don't have to write generative AI. All right, so I want to make online content with very engaging to better connect with my audience that boosts my online presence, specifically looking to create YouTube videos about using ChatGPT and other GenAI tools to make better content for creators. Okay, we want to focus on consistency, T-A-N-C-Y. Okay, sorry, E-N-C-Y. All right. Please list the, anyway, it's going to basically create this table for me. So we got this. Bingo. See how I said memory updated? Because it knows what I'm trying to do. It just remembered that I want to make some Gen AI stuff. So we're going to let this girl work. And by the way, GPT 4.0, not 4.0, 4.0, 40 water. It is fast as sin. If you're going to do this with some other models, you ain't going to get this quick. Yo, that joint is quick than hell. All right. Thank you, Paul. Appreciate you, Papi Culito. Number 2. That was super dumb what I just did. Oh, God, what an idiot. When you create a new scene, once you have the size right, lock it. Let's make the melon smaller and the window bigger. So that way, let's do a oversized melon. Slightly oversized melon. There we go. Because everything that's over there don't really matter. Okay. So now we got this little chart, right? This little chart is, it's still working. My bad, homie. My bad. All right. AI for copywriting and ad creation, crafting buyer personas, market research trend, time management hacks, AI for branding strategies. And then here's the titles over here. And it's almost done. Got one more. One more. Come on, girl. Come on, baby. Kick the daisies. Ethical considerations and AI content creation. Come on. Good stuff. Good stuff. Boom. Relevant to your audience, all angles and approaches for using AI tools and content creation. Bingo, bango, pickly mango. All right. All good in the hood, right? Now, this table is useful, but is it though? No, it's not. All right. So in my Notion document, I gave you a little reminder down here. Create a spreadsheet compatible file for that table. So we're going to copy that because I should have put that in the prompt, but I didn't. But I purposely left it out this time just to show you the power of going back in and asking it to do the damn thing. All right. So I'm going to press paste and then say, go, girl. Go. It's analyzing. What's up, Albrita? Oh, wait. You guys can't see what it's doing. It's analyzing. All right. Let's go. Let's go. Do that thing. Model. Supermodel. Cover girl. Move your ways on the runway. Work. Supermodel. Yeah, see, ChatGPT 4.0 is a supermodel. There you go. Good to go, mommy. Good to go. Now again, adjust it to add what you need to add and then go to town. Like you're going to come up with much, much better results than using generic prompts. The biggest thing is remembering it to teach you about you. I think everybody's just been using it like crazy, but Igor, who you guys met, my mentor, Igor says, treat ChatGPT like you just hired a personal assistant. If you treat it like you just hired a personal assistant, then you're in there like swimwear. All right, let's see. Oh, don't do that again, dude. Did it finish? All right, so here is the spreadsheet. Okay, so if you click on this file, it shows you how it generated what it generated. But if you click on the little blue line, it's going to download the spreadsheet. Okay, so now there's my spreadsheet. I'm going to put it on my desktop. And then if I double click this XLS file, hopefully it's opening numbers. It looked like it is. Let me duplicate this window real quick. And then make this kind of sort of 16 by 9. And then change this to numbers. All right, so there's my spreadsheet. All right. Now, all you got to do is bing, bing. Bing, 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 bing. It's in there. So there's your spreadsheet, and you can go to town. Now, me personally, I am not a spreadsheet cat. Some of you guys are, but here's your spreadsheet. You can rearrange them, organize them, do whatever. All right, we're going to take it one step further. Again, because me, myself, and I are not a spreadsheet kind of guy. Okay, so let's do some more conversion. Come back over. I keep trying to click eCam to make it do what I want to do. Come back over here to Chad and then paste this in. Sorry, Notion formatting messing up my stuff here. All right, so output the above data table. What is wrong with your boy? Output the above table data in Markdown as an outline. H1, suggested topics. Paragraph, detailed description. Unnumbered bullets, 3 possible titles. Create a file called Ideas MD. And then we're going to get a link to said file. Okay? I don't need that. I'm going to get rid of the link part. That's, again, Notion formatting messing up my prompt. My bad. I'm going to have to strip that in the document for you guys. Anyway, so we're going to output the file. We're going to format it the way I wish it to be formatted. You can change the formatting, whatever pops your socks. It could be numbered bullets, whatever. And then create a file called Ideas MD. You could change the name of this file to La Crafts MD. Okay? And then go. Let it do some more thinking. It is thinking. And again, I've tested this with Gemini. It does work with Gemini. Here is the crazy thing about it in Gemini. It actually creates the Google Sheets because Google already knows. So when Apple Intelligence gets more smart, it will create a proper numbers document and format it cutely, I'm assuming, because Google actually went straight to Google Sheets, which was dope. And the MD file went straight to Google Docs, which was dope. All right. So anyway, it's going. If I click this, it's to tell me how it did it. If you're curious about code for an index row of define each integer row and then mark down content. And then here's the function. Row suggested topic. Here's a function for brief description. And here's a function for titles. Anyway, so it tells you how it did that regular expression if you want to know how to do this in Python. But you go ahead and hit that. I'm going to save this. So now I have a markdown file. So let me open up this markdown file. And I have, let me see if I have marked on here. I use drafts, but if you happen to do something else, it can do something else. Let me look for a online markdown previewer. Markdown live preview. Here we go. Oh, I did this before. This is funny. Ha! He didn't even notice. All right, so let me go over here, find my browser. A while back, I did a online sort of markdown preview when I was trying to get ChatGPT to basically generate all of my brand colors. All right. I like this. Let me reset this. Bingo. And then I want to grab the contents of this markdown file. And then I'm going to replace all of this. All right. So here's the output as a markdown file. Now, most of your text readers can read Markdown. The reason why I picked Markdown as a format, outside of a straight text file, it's one of the most compatible formats in the planet everything basically understands Markdown. Your web, your WordPress, your Wix, your Squarespace, all of them understand Markdown. So I just did it this way. You can make yourself a hidden page on your website. But anyway, everything understands Markdown, so that's why I did it. But I like it because it keeps the formatting, right? So the H1, the big titles, the H2, the medium titles, go on, etc. All right. So, like for instance, I told it to do paragraph for the description, which is this part. I could have told it to do H2s for that section, and it would have been slightly bigger. But here's the title, here's a brief description, and here are your possible titles that you can work with. So all you do is go in and you pick one of these videos. So let's say we're going to do improving SEO with AI generated content. I take this description and be like, hey, Chad, I need you to, we're going to make a video. All right, let's do it this way. Let's pick one. All right, let's copy this one. We're going to actually do it. We're going to show you how to take this to the next level. All right, so we're going to go over here to Chad, right? And then we want to say, let's make a whole new gangster over here. All right. I don't think you have to, but I like good habits. All right. I want to create a YouTube video about creating engaging email newsletter with AI. Okay? Because that was from the list. So if we go here, go here, and then I want to be like, grab this. And then I want to say, oh, sorry, let me switch back. My bad. Basically, all right, so I told it, I want to create this YouTube video, crafting engaging email newsletter with AI, basically covering these topics on how to draft these newsletters. Feel free to add more comments if you want to. Create an outline for this video. Hit gangster. Bam. There it is. There is your outline, right? So you would go through here, see what works. Because it's bulleted, you can skip things that you don't want to cover. But, I mean, this is about right. Like, looking at it real quickly is going to tell me how to do these things. I'm going to go and investigate how to do these things. I'm going to go generate lessons around this. And there is a whole video. And again, because I gave it all of my personal info first, how I wanted it to look, this basically is how I would do it, right? So you're getting something that's a little bit more accurate to you. All right, now let's step into the liquid one more time. Let's show you some more cool stuff. All right, so I have another one. It's about article script or post writing that sounds like you. Again, I need to create a detailed, unique outline. Boom, boom, boom. There's my prompt. This is for your audience. We already know who the audience is for. Please make sure the outline includes introduction, key points, visuals, conclusions, audience engagements, additional notes, right? And so now I'm going to take this exact prompt here, right? And I'm going to redo what I just told it to do seconds ago. So let's make a new one. And then I made this shortcut already in Text Expander, so I don't have to remember all of this mess. 1 second. All right. I'm going to go here. I'm going to do comma, comma, O-liner. Bang. Boom. It's in there. All right. So I'm going to fill this in. And again, I can fix my text expander so I can make these auto-filled in, which I haven't done yet. YouTube. Video. Whee! What just happened? Oh, that's funny, dude. ChatGPT just crashed. I never had that happen on my desktop before. That's funny. Let me create this in Notes real quick, and I'll just paste it in, but I'll show you what the prompt is. The reason why I'm creating in Notes is just it's quicker. I was trying to do it directly in ChatGPT, but that's dumb. So I'll do, here, let me do this. I'll hit live demo mode so you can see. I'm going to go comma, comma, outliner. Ooh, O-liner. You got to remember your commands. And then I'm going to change this to YouTube video. About creating engaging newsletters with AI. The topic is tips for using ChatGPT to draft compelling newsletters. And the title is, I don't know, let's make a quick YouTube title. We can always change this. I don't know the title yet. We're going to skip that. All right. I got my audience. I'm going to just leave that here. Please outline the following. Okay, so I got everything else. Actually, I could just do this. Because it already knows, right? So now here's the same thing I just ran, but it's going to be better output because I'm giving it better input. All right. So I'm going to hit that and then go bingo. Oh, sorry. Dang, he's so losing it today. I just copied that from Notes. Oh, man, I forgot to do the your niece, but it already knows that. Boom. There it goes. Got the audience engagement strategies. Because if you remember, back when I did the, what's my context? One of the things I stated was practical examples. So in my memory, it now reminds me to give you practical examples of practical how-tos. So because of that, because of those practical examples and practical how-tos, now when it goes in, it's going to actually add in the engagement situations, right? It's focusing on simplifying concepts, providing actionable items. It's right there. It says it right there on the bottom. Now, again, this should work with any of your LLMs, right, Aubrey? Better input is better output. The Tata Dable. There you go. There you go. Thank you, Aubrey. There you go, Bobby. All right, so we got one more to show you. Okay, here is the finishing step. Here is the finishing step. Let me go to Notion real quick. So, using the outline we've developed for, and again, I would come up with the title. Please start writing the initial sections, focusing particularly on the introduction, the first key points. Our target audience, we can skip. We already know what that is. To make the content more relatable, engaging, incorporate these things, and then do these two sections, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do that, but I'm going to skip the part about my audience because, again, it already knows. So let's go in and do this one more again, all right? I'm going to go back to this, and I'm going to pull up notes. Again, I want to 86 this. We don't need any of that. I'm going to go comma, writer. And again, you don't have, I know you don't have text expander, so you're not going to have these cool shortcuts I got. That's just me because I'm a nerd. All right. I don't really need my target audience because it already knows. Let's do a fancy arrow. It's crushing. All right, got it. So using the outline we developed, crushing email newsletters to promote your content. Hopefully it's smart enough to do the capital casing for me. Using AI. But write the section, the initial key points, blah, blah, blah. There you go. All right, so we're good. We're going to copy this. Zoom out, back out. Come back over here to Chad. We're going to go to Chad. And then it's probably helpful to use the same chat. You could create a new one, but let's just keep this because we already know where it is. So we're going to paste this down here and go. Hey creators, I'm Doc Rock. See, it knows who I be. And there is your sample output right there. And again, you just take this, you load it up, you go in, you make your changes, use Grammarly or Quillbot to help you refine this, make it sound a little bit better. But I mean, this is like 70% of the framework that's there. You're going to go in and add your little pieces. You're going to add your little imagery. But I mean, that's basically done. And then you need to add the next section and the next section and the next section. But you don't have to cover the top part. All you got to do is say, okay, create the action steps, and then create the conclusion, right? Okay. Then all right, now create the actionable items and conclusion and append to the first section and save as a markdown file. Bingo. Let Chad do that thing. Let Chad do that thing. Analyzing. Bro, you just, look, this has gotten so much better. There's kind of no excuse. And I know people are afraid of this stuff, but it's getting so good. Like, it's really, really hard to like ignore this stuff at this point. It's borderline silly to ignore it at this point because it's getting really, really good. Yes, Gigo, garbage in, garbage out. There's a reason there's a rush for artificial intelligence, and that's because, bruh, you know what I say, Ref? What is the opposite of artificial intelligence? Natural stupidity. And again, I just want to point out, for all of you're going to watch a bunch of stuff over the next couple of days where all of the little a-hole tech bros coming out going, oh, Apple marketing team is so dumb because they named Apple Intelligence instead of AI. They should have just called it AI. You know them. They're always trying to market and rebrand stuff. Yes, because half the planet is still afraid of AI. But half of that same planet trusts the living crap out of Apple. So the smartest thing that they did is name it Apple Intelligence. Because you know when it's Apple Intelligence, your privacy is safe. The two things that have everybody scared, AI itself and the privacy concerns of AI, also the stealing concerns of AI. Apple Intelligence won't do any of the above. Most of that stuff is handled on device. Anything that needs to leave device, it will actually tell you, hey, I have to leave the device to go consult with ChatGPT. Are you cool with this? You can bail right then. So it was absolutely brilliant of them to label it Apple Intelligence so that they don't get automatically roped in. It's like when they be like, oh, you're just like all the other guys. No, the reason why you're different is XYZ. Brilliant. It's brilliant. It's actually brilliant. Okay, let's go back. It should be done by now. All right, there it is. Chad is done. It has finished my sections, and here's the questions to consider. Like that second portion is there. And then now all I need to do is take a look at this MD file. Let's save that. And then we're going to go take a look at it with our MD checker, microphone checker. All right, we double click this. I'm going to copy this whole MD file and I'm going to paste it over here so you guys can see. Boom. There it is. Here's your whole article, son. And again, actionable items is there. Conclusion is there. I mean, come on. Come on. Like, it doesn't get much better than that. Like, they set you up to win. Again, you take this and you spend an hour maybe half. Some of y'all type faster than I do, but you just drop this into Word, Excel, or not Excel, Word or Pages or Drafts or wherever you do your writing. And you go in there and you make some adjustments and you make it sound better. I normally write in Grammarly just because it's the easiest and it'll fix it. If you don't like the way something sounds, you can say, Chad, can you rewrite this and make it a little, you can add your own flavor and then tell Chad to rewrite it. But using the tools that I've given you today on Notion, you can first set up your style, ChatGPT will remember your style if you have Pro. Again, I don't know if memory works if you're non-Pro, but if it doesn't, you're just going to have to put the prompts every time. Those of us that have memories, we can shorten our prompts. And if you find any given point, there's a prompt and you're not sure if it's going to work with your LLM, take this, right? And I'm going to copy this and I'm going to show you what I mean. So let's come over here and let's go to cloud. We're going to go to cloud. Should already be in there. Let's get you squared up. All right, so we're going to paste in I'm going to give you some potential prompts that I use. I will use your latest model to get better results. Can you look at the prompt, not run them, but make some changes so that I achieve the best results? Claude Opus 3, hit yes. Boom. It's normally going to be like, certainly. Let's take a look. Please provide the prompts, right? Then I'm going to go here and let's use my style one. Comma style. All right. So there's that. I'm going to hit enter. And now it is changing my prompt to work best the way Claude understands. And look, if you really want to get smart, watch this right here. Explain to me the changes you made and why they are better. You know what I'm saying? Now you can learn why. So if you've done nothing else today, you take that last prompt in the Notion doc and take any other prompt that you find and ask it to modify the prompt to work best with the most current stuff, okay? Because some of the prompts you're going to find were written 3, 4, 5 models ago. And that's not the same now. All the prompts I showed you today are for today. 2 weeks from now, might not be. So you can always start with my initial prompt is, hey, I'm going to show you a prompt and you tell me how to make it better. Whatever they tell you is better prompt is a better prompt for them. It's like going to your new partner and telling them, listen, I want to make sure that when we have conversations, I speak in a language that you understand. If I were going to ask you, example, what is the best way for me to say that to you that will cause the fastest understanding and the least amount of friction? And you know what most people will tell you? Exactly how they like to be spoken to. Hey, I don't mind these jokes. You got jokes? I'm cool with the jokes, right? But there's a time and place. Hey, I tend to be not very good at sarcasm, and I don't want to get confused by your sarcasm. So I know you use sarcasm a lot. I don't always understand it. Boom. I'm not a very, what's the word? Pop culture person. So when you say things or explain things to me, please don't use pop culture references. Loria. Right? So you know if you're talking to Loria, I can't crack my standard musical Tourette's or T-Pain jokes on her because she won't get none of them. They won't make 0 sense to her. So you can take whatever prompts that you might find or you think is cool or whatever and just double check with the model. Ask the model first, how can I make this work? And they will tell you. So going back to where we was, eeny, meeny, miny, it basically, can you embiggen this, Claude? I'm blind, man. There you go. Claude can embiggen it. It said, I basically clarified the purpose, improved the sentence, improved the structure of the analysis, added some more context and analysis points, specified the format for the report, and emphasized the importance of target audience. I requested recommendations, blah, blah, blah. And then by making these changes, the revised prompt is there. So if we go back up here, we have what Claude wants as a prompt. Oh, all these guys are horrible at copying, but you can copy it here, and then you can generate a new, and then you can paste in the prompt, and of course you're going to take off the top. And so you're just going to go from here. You're going to fix it. I don't know why these guys suck at formatting, but they do. But that's because they don't really need it. In reality, text can just read how it reads, right? But I normally go in here and blessify it a little bit. And then, good. So now you have this Chad prompt. And again, what I would do, knowing that this works, is I would highlight this, I would press copy, and then me being me, I would go to, let me do this real quick. Come here, girl. I would open I have text expander. If you have something else, knock yourself out. And then I would say, make a new text from the clipboard. There's the clipboard. I would label it Claude style, right? Give it, oh, sorry. Capitalize that, C-L-A-U-D-E, wow. And then C style. And then now I can say close this. And if ever I need to go back, I can go back to Claude. Let's come out of demo mode. And let's say I want to make a new one. I have my little thing, and I would go comma, C style. And bam, there's my prompt ready to go. Ready to go. And then if I hit enter, Claude's going to be like, sure, give me the articles that you want. And then it will put it there. So it says, please insert your content examples. So I have the necessary information. You know what I'm saying? Like Claude is telling you how it wants it done. So if you happen to use a different model than what I showed you, you can adjust it to your model. So there you go. I'm done. Partner prompts before the chat. Yes. I like that. I don't have feelings. I don't understand. But I get it. I understand what you're doing. Anyway, you guys have any questions? Now is the time. If you like these likes, like those likes. If you didn't like it, hit the dislike button twice. I forgot who says that, but I think it's funny. That joint is cool. I just think it's cool. I think these models are getting sick. I think Apple Intelligence is a game changer. I think the dumbest comment every year is Android had this forever. And like I said today, Ford invented the car. Rap made it better. Rap is the founder of BMW. So it doesn't matter who did it first. Like, it's stupid. It's really, really stupid. I'm just checking. Make sure you guys have any comments. Anyway, don't forget, we'll be here Saturday. We'll do it again. I'm curious, again, the Notion link, by the way, Paul put it in the description. So if you want to get access to the Notion file, it's there. If there's something you missed or questions, or you find a prompt that you're interested in and you want to see if we can bless that up, you can. Again, don't forget that it's very good at spitting out. What's the word I'm looking for? It's very good at spitting out files that are more useful to you. The format it comes in as text and you ain't feeling that, tell it to make a markdown file. Tell it to make a text file. Tell it to make you can tell it to make a Word file if you want. I use Markdown because it's the most universal. But yeah, you can try other things. But why Paul is texting me don't know. Let's see. Paul is the only one that has breakthrough power. Oh, he said, here's the poll. Thank you, Paul. The poll results are as follows. 54% of you are pro users. 27, you know what? This is dumb. Do this. Sometimes the brain's slower than normal. This is why we got eCam, son. All right. 54% of you use pro, 27% use free, and 18% don't use any. Or don't use ChatGPT. That was probably Rich. Feel like Apple's T-Cut. It brings the shine out of tools and apps. Yeah. I don't know what T-Cut is. Oh, you're talking about metal polish? I have heard it. Yeah. Yes. That's a color restore. I know what that is. I don't think we sell it as that here in the US, or they might sell it now. But if you have really, really oxidized paint, you can use it to make the oxidized paint come back. I know what it is now. There you go. That's actually smart, Mike. All right. It looks like we don't have much questions, so we're going to let it rip. I will see you guys on Saturday. And, yeah. I'm looking forward to trying this new calculator thing with this pen. I can tell you one thing that is super fresh. I like the concept of coloring all of your icons. I know that is borderline stupid, but I like the concept of coloring all your icons. Where's my extra phone? Did I bring it down here? I was just messing around. This is horrible, by the way, but I will tweak it a little bit. It's really horrible, but I'll go ahead and tweak it because it messes up my calendar thingy at the top. But there's something cool about this. I don't know what yet, but there's something cool about it. And it does weird stuff like color your pictures. That part is crazy. None of the series stuff works just yet. That's going to be a couple weeks out. But yeah, I'm super, super interested in what's going on with that. Yes, I use Chat and Claude. Yeah, same here. That's why. And what I was showing you was Claude Pro. So again, your mileage is going to be a little bit different. But you could look, this thing is so smart now. And I'm sure people have asked. You could even say, here's a prompt that I'm going to use that probably requires Pro, but is there any ways to do this without having Pro? And it would probably tell you. Like, it's just that good nowadays. It's kind of crazy. So anyway, if you want to get in deeper, don't forget, jump in the Discord is where we hang out. And yeah, keep paying attention to the merch shop because I'm dropping these pre-sales very soon. Still working on my product shots, but we're getting there. I don't like this shot at all, but the colors are so bright, camera don't know what to do with it. But we're getting there. We are getting there. Anyway, see you guys soon. Appreciate you. Mahalo.
City of mine, how I love the city of mine. It never gets me down.